data collection plan is very, very easy, but really important. This slide, every single word make a lot of sense. I know how I have written it. So please look into this data collection plan. So what is data collection plan? That's the next topic. Okay. So you arrive on the sample size. Okay. Just going back to one step. Okay, no problem. So what are the steps that we have done? We have done gauge RNR attribute gauge, which is MSA. And once we find out our measurement system is good, then we move ahead, we do brainstorming. Once we figure out what are possible causes, Rohit, what do we do next? We prioritize it. And once we prioritize, which are the things like in control and high impact, we will try to do data collection for that. And before data collection, we also understood how much data, and that's where we understood sampling. In sampling, Femin, there are two things: sampling approach and second is sample size. Approach, we understood there are few bias in the sampling, and there are three types of sampling, which is stratified, random, and systematic. In bias, there are so many things. So in bias, there are so many things. And then we have looked at sample size calculation. There is a discrete, there's a continuous. Okay. And discrete means we need to have a defective proportion, and continuous, we need to have standard deviation. That's all the difference. Error margin would be given by your process owners or management. Then we have a cap for the sample size, which is S into N divided by S plus N minus 1, which will give you the cap. That's what the sample size calculation is all about. And I have shared the Excel formula as well with you. Now, next thing is, once we arrive on the sample size, we will start collecting data. How do we collect? Which are the data points which we'll be collecting? You remember when I said Pizza Hut example, and I said that, knowledge, experience of the operator or delivery person also matters. So those things. What is the data collection? So data collection plan is a structured approach of defining what to collect, how to collect, who will collect. Please understand what to collect, how to collect, and who will collect. What to collect means which data point we should collect. How to collect means how, Excel or software or approach. Who will collect means person responsible for collecting the data. Effectiveness of data collection plan will avoid any rework post-analyze phase, because if you do not collect data properly, what happens generally? You will have to come back and do brainstorming, recollect the data, right? And do the analysis. So it's better if you do a proper data collection plan and collect the data, because it generally happens that when you give some sample and when doctor is suggesting something, he's doing some lab test, and if he does partially, and if root cause is not identified, he will say, okay, again give me the sample, right? So similarly, in your business case, if you try to do analysis and nothing is causing the problem, like there is no root cause coming out, then what happened? But problem is still there. That is more frustrating, right? Have you seen that example? Like people will have fever, but all tests are negative. Then there is more problem. That what is the problem then, right? What is the root cause? And same thing happen in your business as well. If no root cause, none of the causes are, significant, and performance is still down. So that should be avoided. Data should be collected for all impacting inputs based on the SIPOC. If you remember in SIPOC, I discussed that I means all input. So whichever input we have in SIPOC, whichever is significant, you can take it. And high impact and control impact metrics. So whichever are high impact and in control. So those are the things which we should consider for data collection. Okay. Data should be collected for X and Y.